Welcome all tonight on SRW TV. We're back on the dirt for the DSL Welding Services 360 Sprint Cars. Tonight we're at the dirt track at Charlotte for round 7 out of 9. Ooh, and that's a great start here for Craig Plater going up on the wall. But tonight you've got myself, Stephen McCartan on comms, and yet again the man himself, Todd, in the producer's box.
Much love, legend. This is going to be fun. Once again, on the dirt. I had a bit of a play around on the track tonight, and definitely not as fast as you, and it seems pretty slippery out there tonight. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. It's all about, I did a few laps as well in practice, and it was kind of difficult. I wasn't sure high line or low line, but I ended up sort of going on the low line and getting down to a low 13, which, still sort of looking at these times these guys are putting in towards the end of practice, I'd sort of be in that 7th-ish position around Luke and Ethan. So it's definitely pretty quick track. Yeah, I don't know if we'll see a sub 13 in qualifying, because the track will get reset to 0, so could be quite grippy as they're about to go live here for quali. But great championship battle on tonight as well. We've got Braden Miller in P1. Sean Stevens always up there. He's currently P3 in the championship. So, you know, these top guys again, always battling out, and Craig Plater is sitting in P2 in the championship. But, you know, going off this practice times, it looks like he's a little bit further down. So, you know, anything can happen though, as we've seen in the last 6 weeks. And I think, what was it, last week we had 10 cars finish the race in the feature? I think it was last week.
Yeah, it was 10. Yeah, 9 or 10, yeah. I think it was.
Yeah, 9 or 10.
Week.
So, you know,
crazy.
If you can survive that carnage and be there at the end, you know, anything can happen.
Most definitely, most definitely. Apologies, just trying to work with these overlays at the moment. Hopefully it should reset itself for qualifying. So everybody out there, your land, bear with us.
Bailey, but Braden Miller, the championship leader's just gone with a 13.067. Sean Stevens with a 13.055, taking the pole position at the moment with 1 lap left in his quali run. These guys get 2 laps each or 3 minutes to set those lap times. So it looks like the top 3 have done their 2 laps, and Sean Stevens is currently taking that pole position. There's a couple of cars left on the grid. Jason Crawford goes into 9th, Jason Burke into 5th. We've got 20 cars on the track tonight, so another good, healthy number of sprint cars. Going into, I believe it's going to be 3 heats and your B main, and then your feature race, or A main, depending on where you are in the world watching. Obviously, everyone will have different names for the formats. Zero 5. The overlay's going to work. Hey, there we go. They're working.
Apologies, everybody. Here we go.
So we've got a nice, cool temperature tonight, 22 degrees. Track length is 620 meters for everyone in metric, which is about 200 meters longer than the tracks we've been at in the last couple of weeks. So it's a couple of seconds longer. And unlike last week, we have 2 straights. And not just a big oval like we had at Kokomo.
Yeah, that was just crazy, wasn't it? So tight last week.
But
I think you know, you might have some longer straights, but it's very slippery around there. It seems to be very whippy in the back end around in these cars around here. So I think we might see a bit of carnage.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be, this track does offer multi-groove racing as well. You got a high line and a low line, and with the nature and the radius of the corners, slide jobs are also a big thing here as well, as we're getting into the heats now. So heat number 1, we've got 10 people, so we might actually only have 2 heats tonight, gents. So heat number 1 is on pole position, Sean Stevens. P2, Blaine Densley. P3, we've got Brent Hobbs, who's sort of that underdog. He's always been there or thereabouts. He's currently P4 in the championship. Not completely out, as these guys all have 2 drop rounds.
And the Hobbs Racing boys are always ones to watch out for as well.
Oh, absolutely. They will never go away. they're always consistent, and they'll always be there. So we got.
Let me I think I'll try and get our grid up. 2 seconds.
Yeah. Good. See if we can get that going with a couple of laps to green. So we got Mr. Wright at P5, Craig Plater at P6. Tucker in Sam Tucker in P7,
Might
Nathan
push
Allen
another.
P8, Michael Locke P9, and Luke Johnson in P10. And that is our grid for the first race.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Here we
excuse
go.
me.
Here we go, mister. We know that Blaine Densley is quick on the restart. We also know that Sean Stevens has gotten a lot quicker on the restarts in the last couple of weeks, so I think it's something he's been concentrating on. So
Yeah.
he's definitely one to watch tonight.
Yeah, and the starts are also important. Yeah, no matter whether it's the start or restarts, you know, they're always important to get that good jump and then get away, get that round, especially in, you know, the heats, which are only 8 laps long. Very quick races, you know, they're done in a couple of minutes. So if you can get that start, it's hard for cars to chase you down.
Green flag, green flag.
Here we go.
And they're off. Sean's going to take that low line, keep it nice and low. Brent Hobbs with a ripper start. He's kind of keep it on the low line. Densley's got the run on that high line. He's going to try and switch it down on the inside. He's going to... Oh, he's forced Sean to go slightly wider. But here we see Matt Bailey at P4 up. No, he's sorry, started in P4. He's just on that high line around the outside of everyone. Trying to get that high line to run and to keep that momentum up. But Craig Plater just chucks the slide job and cuts him off, and he gains a position up in P4. But here comes Matt Bailey. Oh, he's hit the tyre bundle. He's hit the tyre bundle on the inside, and I think he's collected about 3 or 4 cars out of that. His left front is ripped off that car, and he's collected Nathan Allen again. Nathan,
Yeah,
I
and
think
Sam
that's
Tucker.
like...
Yes. Yeah, he is. He's
Sam
always in the
Tucker
wrong place at the
involved.
wrong time, isn't he?
I think that's, out of 7 rounds, I'm going to say that's 5 that Nathan's been caught up in someone else's incident. So if there's an unlucky award in the sprint cars, it's definitely going to Nathan Allen.
Most definitely. And Sam Tucker's still out there, even though he must have he was part of that, but he might have just come off a little bit
I think
better
he's
than
got
everybody
improved.
else. So.
Yeah, it looks like Jason Wright, Luke Johnson, Matt Bailey, and Nathan Allen have all had to tow from that incident. So unfortunately, their night's off to a rough start, and they're going to have to fight their way back to get to the feature race here. But up front, we've got Sean Stevens still holding a half a second gap over Blaine Densley, second further back to Brent Hobbs, and another half a second back to Craig and P4. Michael Locke started from P10, he's up to P5, setting the same lap times as the guys in front, so he's making his way through the field with that clear of traffic. But they're on their last lap now as they're coming around turn 3 and 4 and across the start finish line. And on the final lap, Sean Stevens there sets the personal best lap of the 13.1. So your finishing order there for heat number 1 as Sean does a little celebratory burnout. Sean Stevens followed by Densley, Hobbs, Plater, Bailey, Allen, with the finishing cars in the top 6. Wright, Johnson, Tucker, and... Oh no, sorry, that's incorrect. That's the starting grid. Never mind.
Oh, that's, apologies.
See if, I don't think SDK is going to give us results from that previous one, unfortunately. But no, Sean Stevens took the win there, so he'll be starting from pole position for the feature later tonight. So heat number 2, we've got Braden Miller, championship leader, starting off the front row in P1. Nick Ryan, P2. Jason Burke in P3. Ethan Bastian, always been quick and always up there in P4. Jason Crawford in P5. Bo Nation, P6. Glenn McLeod, P7. Brady Donald, P8. Andrew Cowan, P9. And Tyler Sheff out of P10. Ooh, well, that was a pretty action-packed first one. Half the field gone.
Was.
From unfortunate accident of someone collecting the tyre bundle, just getting a bit too low. And ripping that front left off.
Yep, and collecting a lot of cars on the way through. So we only had 6 finish that last heat, which is unfortunate. Hopefully, it's not a showing of things to come for the main feature race.
Yeah, hopefully, but you never know around here. It's with no barrier on the inside. It's anything can happen. The tyres are obviously there to prevent the cars going too low, but if you hit them, they also, as we just saw there, can quite easily pull your front left tyre off.
Yep.
These guys. So safety car is off, and these guys are going to go on iRacing green tonight. So we'll wait for the green flag to fly from iRacing, and then these guys will plant the throttle and try and get a good as run as they can out of turn 4. Braden Miller on the inside. He is your pole sitter and current championship leader. Can he get off to a good start here?
Green, green, green.
And they are off. He's got a ripper start on the inside. Following right behind him though is Jason Burke, and he's going to try to slide up a little bit, but he's not going to be able to make a move, and instead Ethan Bastian's going to get the over and under done and slide up on him and gain a position here. So they're all over the place, going high and low. It's returning slide job. You got Jason Burke going up against Ethan Bastian again, and this is bringing Bo and Glenn right behind them into this battle. And up front we've got a nice, that is super tight going into 1 and 2 there. Between Ethan and Jason. These guys are just trading positions every corner with different slide jobs and over and unders. These guys are putting on a show so far. Jason Big just taps the wall with it. They're going out of 2, and he's going to have to fall in line here and fall in just behind Ethan. Braden's just hit the fastest lap of the race, 2 tenths quicker than anyone else on track. But the action's all here between Jason and Ethan at the moment. Those guys are going for it in P3 and 4.
And I was just noticing how many more Hobbs racing cars we're seeing on the track at the moment. Every week we seem to see a few more of them out there in force, so it's great to see. Having a few more heats and stuff like that through this the pointy end of the season too.
Yeah, absolutely. And with this battling between Ethan and Jason, Ethan and Jason Burke, it's bringing the other Jason Crawford, right into it in that yellow and black number 12. He is, if these guys trip up at all, he could easily jump from 5th to 3rd just like that. But 2 more laps to go as they're coming up to the penultimate lap now, and they're going to start their final lap. So it's going to be interesting. Can Jason get in front of Ethan, or Ethan be able to hold on to that P3 as they're coming into turn 1 and 2, out of turn 1 and 2 now, and coming up to the turn 3 and 4. Massive slide job by Ethan there. Oh, sorry, that's apology, I got my turns wrong. That was the finish line. So Jason Burke actually got the 3rd position there over Ethan in the end. Made it work.
Very nice. Look at that. Are we on to our main?
I believe we got a 3-minute warm up here.
Yep. Hopefully, everything goes back to normal for us. Liam James says I was on the chat there, just saying, hey, Shauno. G'day, Liam James. Just shouting out to Sean Stevens, I'm sure. Sean's having a great race again tonight, so he'll be way up the pointy end of the field for this main race as well. Liam?
Yeah,
so
we're starting off the pole position, so it's going to be... It's interesting to see how he goes. You got the 2 protagonists for the championship, or sorry, I should say one of the 3. Sean Stevens currently P3. Braden Miller, championship leader off the front row. Craig played your current P2 a little bit further back in 7th, which is, sort of that danger zone where if, a couple of cars in front are slower, it's quite easy for you to, get caught up in those sort of incidents. So, I think he's going to play it a little bit safe here and just sort of play the survival game and hope a couple of guys in front crash and he can avoid them. And same with lap traffic. Oh, excuse me, guys. So as we're warming up here and about to go green, just want to give a massive shout out to obviously our sponsors here at SRW. So DSL Welding Services for the support for naming rights sponsors of these DSL Welding Services Sprintcars. Pagnian Imports or Pagnian Advanced Simulations for the stream sponsor, and of course Promo Department for the safety car sponsor tonight. Thank you, gentlemen. Obviously we couldn't do this without your help. And don't forget, if you like what you're seeing here on the dirt tonight, go to YouTube or Facebook, hit that notification bell, and on YouTube hit that like and subscribe button. You can see us go live 4 nights a week for 2 double headers, Supercars on the Sunday. You've got your NASCAR trucks on a nice Monday night, your dirt mudslinging on a Tuesday night, and then you've got your double header of TCRs F3s on a Wednesday, and my personal favourite, you've got your Radicals and your Porsche Cup on a Thursday night.
Yeah, how fun is that? That's so much fun.
Oh, I love that Porsche Cup, it's good fun.
Yeah.
Hard to drive, but good fun.
Yeah, definitely hard to drive.
About to pull off. So it's going to be all on Sean Stevens here for the start. I reckon this is going to be a cracker battle. If we can get this to go green for the 30 laps, we're in for a treat. Oh, excuse me, guys.
Most definitely.
It's getting late over here in New
Green,
Zealand.
green.
Yeah.
Starting to feel as though off and actually gets Braden Miller on the line. He gets a much better start, but Blaine Densley's going to be the spoiler here, and he's going to come down the inside and almost lead. He's going to.
He's tapped him there.
Oh no! Shout out for the carnage. I think
He's got some trying to carnage in the background. Brent Hobbs is off at the back there. Yellow flag, yellow flag, yellow flag.
That was a little bit. I couldn't quite see what happened, but it looked like Blaine Densley just got up the inside of Sean Stevens and gave him a little bit of a tap, which made him have to overcorrect the car. So we'll see if we can get a DSL Welding Services replay there. But it definitely looked like he just got a little bit hot, hit Sean Stevens, and then over-rotated himself, and then the rest sort of just unfolded behind him.
So let's have a look. So... it's not giving us a lot right now.
It's always confusing with iRacing straighting paints. So you can see Sean Stevens on the outside, Blaine Densley is your 27 car on the inside. Just see a little tap. Pretty sure. Oh, there's a couple of big cars up there. I think is Matt Bailey. I believe that's Matt Bailey and potentially Sean Stevens up there high on the wall.
Let me get what? Didn't get it, did it? That was well after the fact, but look at that. Apologies.
Good there, Toddy. So yeah, it looks like there's a couple of big names again, just not faring well at the start of the feature races.
Yeah. Just wrong place, wrong time. Once again, eh?
Yeah, Sean Stevens got a little bit lucky there. He's, excuse me, he hit the wall and went up into the wall, but he's still been able to keep P4. But the big winner is Craig Plater, starting from 7th. He was able to avoid that, and he's up to P3 already.
Look at that.
So, you know, these guys, he's showing why he's second in the points currently. And they go in single file restart here, and they are off as, oh, that's very, very sideways from Craig Plater in the third position. He's going to get passed here by Sean Stevens, who's done a nice slide job. Craig's going to come back to the inside, but Sean's going to cut him off, same as what he did to Blaine Densley, but he's should be able to get the momentum here and keep on the outside, but Braden Miller's just going to be able to drive away from these guys. 2/10 quicker on that lap alone, which is quite a lot on dirt, and Sean's right up to that top part. But it looks like the Highline's the line tonight that these guys are preferring so far.
Yeah.
So that mid to high line, and Sean's trying to go real high at the start and get more momentum off the corner to try and set Nick up here, but Braden's just pulling away a few tenths a lap at the moment. So these guys will want to work together to try and catch Braden. But
Craig Plater's still having a battle at the back here. In 4th place, he's up 3 spots. What a drive from him tonight. He's starting to seem to keep out of the trouble a bit more than he has in the last couple of weeks, which is great to see.
Yeah, I definitely think he's probably Mr. Consistent so far. I think for the sprint cars he's done a nice slide up there on Jason Berg, but Jason Berg's going to get the over and under and return the favour here and to turn 3 and 4. Sorry, 1 and 2.
Oh, and Blaine Densley's on the back of him again now.
Yeah, so it's another person that won't, you know, hold anything back. He's going to try and find a groove to make this work, but the 69 and the 74 are just trading slide jobs at the moment. Looks like the 74's been able to make it, but here comes the 69 making another attempt at a slide job going up in front of the 74. And they're into the wall. Craig into the wall, making contact with the 74. He's still going though. He's still going at 3 wide.
Wow.
Working sprint cars, boys.
Wow, he just must have just smacked it on the tyre in it. Oh no! Speaking of the devil.
Into it, and then 74 up the wall, and 69 going down the
wow,
track.
yellow flag. We had that on screen. Wow, that is our second caution.
Unfortunately, I think that's just going to be a bit of a racing incident with the 69 battling the car in front of the number 8 of Blaine Densley. He sort of just went up the track, and 74 was coming off the wall down the track, and there wasn't really a lot to do. But we'll grab a replay there and see if we can, you know, go back and decipher what's happened there exactly.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. Sounds good. We got before that yellow flag, we had Ethan Bastian crashed in there, and Jason Burke also. And Brent Hobbs as well. So, how far back shall we go?
We'll go to the Jason Burke and Craig Plater to start with, because that was the main one, and we'll see what we can see there. So this is Jason on the outside, and Craig's just on the inside. He comes off the wall and down. It's probably more on the 74 by the look of that, actually. He's sort of done an S down the straight and just come down into Craig, but it's well, I'd say that's almost a self penalising penalty. You know, he's now out of the race. He's had to tow. But we'll see if we can find the Ethan Bastian crash as well, because he's had to tow and retire from this race as well.
Okay, let's just put him. There you go. Hang on. STK's doing funny things. Sorry, that's the replay it's given me. So apparently that's the replay we're getting. Him just on the grass, already coming into pits there. So I'm not sure what's happened there. He must have already
had a bit of damage. I'd say he's probably hit a wall. His front right looks a bit bent there, so it's alright. Yeah, he's just parked it up in tow just before the yellow flag. But these guys are going to go double file restart this time. So Sean Stevens is going to have a chance to go around the outside of Braden Miller here at the restart. Braden got a great jump there, he's worked it well, but he's got a little bit loose, so Sean's going to be in the position where if he can get a good run through 1 and 2 here, to potentially throw a slide job into 3 and 4. He's just not quite close enough. If anything, Blaine there in the number 8 there is just, sorry, in the number 27, he's got the momentum, he just seems to be a little bit quicker than Sean. Just on that restart anyway.
He does, doesn't he? He seems to be able to get that jump a little bit better.
Yeah, Sean's just really running his right rear against that wall and banging it up there, where Blaine just seems to be a little bit slower, a little bit smoother. But, you know, it's working for Sean, obviously. He's up in P2, he's made a couple of positions back from his little incident, so he's back to where almost back to where he started. You can just see there, Sean's right on that right rear on the tyre, and he's just pushing this car a little bit. There we go, he's going a little bit lower. He's just trying to search around his lines and try and find some grip, because at the moment Braden Miller is just driving away from these guys. He's just got too much pace for them. And it really looks like Blaine Desi. Here it goes, he's going to go for a slide job down the inside. Oh,
we've got another yellow flag at the back of the pack, yellow flag.
That's going to be big if Blaine managed to get that position before. No, it looks like Sean's going to keep it. If he had managed to get that position before that yellow flag came out, it would have been massive there for a free position, essentially.
So it seems it was something that's happened between Bo Nation and Justin Wright here, so we'll go and see if we can have a bit of a replay of this.
Does look like Bo Nation there has lost the front of his car. So on board with Bo, and these two cars in front, he's had nowhere to go, so that's Justin Wright.
That's Justin Wright.
Bo Nation, and I think it was Brady Donald. And there's just a red car there that hits a tyre bundle.
So it's a tyre bundle as well. Wow, hey.
I think that was Tyler Sheff.
That was Tyler Sheff, yep.
Just puts the immediate anchor on and does a front nose, almost a front flip into the tyre bundle.
Let's have a look at that. Just for she's in.
So he's avoiding these cars up here, and he's having to go low and anchors on.
Wow, that's going to do some damage to the undercarriage of that car.
Yeah, you can see the front left there and right both pointing inwards. So yeah, that's not going anywhere in a hurry.
Oh wow!
Very unfortunate there, but
they're not really designed to do front flips, are they?
No, not really. That looks more like a midget now. That car
does, definitely.
Than a sprint car without the front wing. So he's going to have a lot of less downforce. So he's probably going to be a lot slidier in the rear. So he's going to have to move the front wing, the rear wing, top wing position forward a little bit to give him a bit more understeer, I'd say, just to try and help the car a little bit.
So you can kind of combat it, but there's a very limited kind of...
Yeah, very limited. You can move your top wing angle a little bit, and the further forward you have it, the more understeer you're putting into the car, which with no downforce around the front, you probably want that just to keep it a bit more stable, but...
Yeah, try and make
it a bit more
understeering.
Sean Stevens in the wall, he's in the wall, and I think that's 7 positions lost. He's still riding the wall. I think he's got damage. Yeah, he's got damage. He's done. That's his night over, I believe. He's coming down into the pit lane.
Let's have a look back at that
busted his front right. I think he's just driven it too hard into the wall. there, and I know there's still 2 more rounds in the championship, but that could be the nail in the coffin for his championship run there potentially.
Yeah.
I know it looks like they might have a fast review. We'll go back and see if we can get a replay of that, guys, but it does look like Sean has just driven too hard and too fast into the wall. So we've got another caution there, but we'll come back to that. So keep an eye on the screen.
Just on the restart.
Car here of Sean Stevenson, number 26. And we'll keep an eye on here and we'll just see what we can decipher. So he's on the high side. He goes a little bit lower. He's on a nice angle there, a little bit over rotation through 1 and 2. Comes up to 3 and 4 and just catches that right rear, and then he's just on the wall.
It just looks like it sucked him into the gutter.
Yeah, he's just hit the right rear, and then he just couldn't get off the wall, so it's damaged that front right. He's in the wall again because he can't steer. So fortunately, that is his night done, I would say, with obviously the short amount of lap time here, and he's already down 2 laps, so that'll be his night done. As we got another Olympic car.
Yeah, Justin Wright's been in the mix of this as well. Of course, the next safety car, I think, this yellow caution, so the 4th caution. So we'll go back and have a look at DSL action replay of this one as well.
We've got Justin Wright here. I think this might be after the fact.
He's had a lot of crashes then, has he?
Yeah, I believe so. It's from what I could see, it was a white and...
Let's go back, eh? Let's see if we can get him back.
We'll rewind a little bit and see if we can see anything else here with Justin Wright.
He's driving fast backwards, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks like he's just gone into the wall, to be honest, on the exit of one of the corners there.
Yeah, he's already got that damage there, eh?
Yeah, so I think that's just existing damage, and he just can't steer it.
Apologies, our replays don't seem to be playing ball as well as we'd like. We'll just go back to the live action, I believe.
Yeah, I believe it was potentially Sam Tucker that caused that incident. But we'll stay on board here with Braden Miller up in P1. He's championship leader. He's showing why he's the championship leader with 9 laps left to go here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. There we go, a nice on board with a bit of mud in your face. Nothing better on a Tuesday night than having a mud pie.
That's so good, eh? I love that effect on iRacing. And it comes up and you're getting globs of mud right in your vision and screen, and you're like, yes, I know I'm hooking it. You know you're being quick if you got mud in your screen, I reckon.
It's definitely a sign, or you're in the midst of everyone. You can't see where you're going.
Or you're completely in the mud.
Yeah, exactly. But it's definitely looking like Braden's gonna get this W here if he can hold on. He's got 2 seconds over Blaine Dinsley, his teammate behind him, and Jason Crawford P3. His nearest championship rivals is Craig Plater in P7, and I believe he's got a slightly damaged car as well. So he's he's battling there to hold on to P7. He's actually just lost P7 to Bo, so he's down to P8. His wind's a little bit blunted there, so he's trying to battle as hard as he can with the damaged car, but he's going to need some luck here to get catch these guys in front, I reckon.
Definitely, and I thought earlier he had the luck tonight. I thought he might have had the luck tonight. He might have been able to stay out of the trouble because he had such a great round last week. But it's hard, eh? Especially anything can happen, especially in racing, but especially on the dirt, anything can happen.
Oh, absolutely. And he's got Michael Lock now putting pressure on him behind Craig. So that's battle P8 at the moment. So Michael might be able to jump up here in another position just by not having damage. But he's into the wall. Don't over-rotate it, buddy.
Yeah, don't get the old commentator's curse, buddy.
Exactly. So the leader's just taking the white flag now onto the last lap here for Braden Miller. So Braden Miller with 4 corners left to go. He's going to come around.
Oh, look at that gap. I don't even think the chopper will get that. No.
He's extended it out to 3 seconds, into 3 and 4. He's coming around. He's not going to catch this lap traffic. And Braden Miller, your championship leader, is going to extend his championship here at round 7 at the dirt track at Charlotte. That was a pretty clean feature race, to be honest, tonight.
It was, eh? Only 4 cautions?
4 cautions. I think that might be a new record.
I think so. I think so.
for these boys.
That was less carnage than the less NASTRUCKS last night.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So finishing all of their guys after that 30 lap feature is Braden Miller P1, Blaine Dempsey P2, Jason Crawford P3 rounding out your podium, Matt Bailey P4 up 11 positions, good run there from Matt tonight. P5 Glenn McLeod up 9, Luke Johnson P6 up 11 as well. So a couple of guys from there further back didn't have good heats, but they were able to make, avoid the wrecks and make the most of it in the feature. Bo Nation P7.
Yes.
Craig Plater held on to P8. Nathan Allen, after that incident that he got caught up in, that wasn't his fault. He managed to come back to P9, so good recovery there, up 10 spots from the starting position.
Yeah, great.
Michael Locke in the car number 10, in P number 10. Nick Ryan P11, Sam Tucker P12. Nick Ryan was the last of your finishing cars, so Justin Wright P13, Sean Stevens unlucky, riding that wall P14, taking him out of the race. Brady Donald P15, Andrew Cowie 16, Tyler Schiff 17, Jason Burke P18, Ethan Bastian in P19, and Brent Hobbs was our first retiree tonight in P20. So a few retirees there, but again, solid 10-11 cars finishing the race on the lead lap.
Yep.
Not too bad for these tight little tracks and these pretty hard cars, to be honest.
Yeah, Mickey Locke getting up into the top 10 again this week. He'll be stoked. He's, I think that's 3 weeks in a row now. He's got into the top 10, just been patient at the back there, so good on him. Great work.
Yeah, I believe so as well, off memory. I'll take your word for it, because my memory is shocking sometimes.
We got Marcus G on the chat as well, saying, let's go Sean Stevens. Wyobi all the way. Clipped Sean's rear end. SJ Luck. Horrible run of luck from Sean Stevens. Unlucky, bro. Coming from Marcus G. Sean Stevens said, thanks, guys. Wheel was bent front the first incident. Oh, wow.
Oh, so away from the front. Okay, so he actually did pretty well then to hold on to that car for...
He did really well then, didn't he?
Another 10 or so laps there before he bent it again, so...
So he knew it would get worse as the track got slicker. See you next week.
Exactly.
Much love. Good race, top 3, he said. So thank you very much, Sean Stevens, slotting out of our top 3 for once in this championship. I think it's probably the first time he's been out of the top 3, I think. I think it might have been in one other race that he had a bit of horrible luck there. But, I think we should move on to our interviews.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'll bring them in for you, and you can take them away. So first up, we have Jason Crawford.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mr. Jason Crawford, how are you, mate? Well done tonight. You stayed out of the trouble and you had a great run. How'd you feel about it tonight?
Yeah, no, it was good. I did stay out of the trouble. I did. That was my plan, just to go out there and race around. It wasn't a big field, so I wasn't expecting to be up here in the top 3 though either.
Yeah, very well done, mate. Very, very well done. How'd you find it? Did you prefer this track to last week's? A bit more of a straight than last week, huh?
Yeah, Charlotte is a good track. You get multiple lines here at Charlotte. It's good to race, and yeah,
nice.
Definitely better than last week.
Yeah, with that feature, did you find it was everyone seemed to be going the high line? Was that just something the only place that there seemed to be grip, or?
No, not necessarily. I think that was just you find your groove and then you make your move type of thing, and everyone was just following the leader. And sometimes you go to the bottom, sometimes it pays off, sometimes it don't.
Yeah, exactly right. But it's great racing. Only 4 cautions tonight, so that was good to see.
Yeah, that was good. So yeah, no cautions. Green flag laps is what we come for.
Yeah, exactly right. So it's been great to see some great battling from you guys and some of the front runners in the season as well. Like Sean Stevens had got caught in the gutter there and broke some of the front wheel and got some damage right at the start of the race. So he was out quite early. So he said he'd see us back next week. But you profited from his from your patience was rewarded, I should say.
Yeah, no, I'll thank Sean for that. Yeah, appreciate it. Also thank those inside tractor tyres, though. They helped me immensely.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Tyler did a front flip over the front of it.
Yeah.
Who would you like to thank tonight, man?
First off, the Hobbs Trenchant and Boren for coming on board JSI this season. It's good of them. Southern Cross Transport Group. JSI boys. That's about all.
Yeah, I've got a comment on there from Matt Bailey saying, "Hell yeah, Jason Crawford, third place. Go JSI Racing Team." That's awesome.
Yeah, no, good on him.
That's
Also,
awesome.
the SRW boys for putting this on, and Brett for hosting the league when he's here for the races instead of the final only. Yeah, no, it's all good, man. It's great. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. That said,
We'll bring in P2 Blaine Dinsley coming your way.
Mr. Blaine Densley, what a comeback! You had to come back up from 10th from 8th place, I think it was. Or did you drop down even further than that?
I can't remember. I definitely fell back a bit after that crash at the start. I had to limp some damage as well, which made it interesting. But luckily, all the wheels still pointed forward, and I was able to drive back through them, and had some good battles on the way too, which was really fun.
Yeah, you looked a little bit bent there still, so couldn't have been easy. But Sean Stevens had a bit of bad damage from the start as well, so I think he was struggling a little bit, but yeah, which he got sent out of it. So
Yeah, it doesn't take much. I mean, we had a close battle. I was sort of down the inside, and I haven't actually looked at the replay yet to see whether I got into him or whether he come down or whether it was a racing deal. But I'll watch that and see what happened. But it was unfortunate to take out Hobbsy and a lot of other guys too that had a lot of speed as well. So bad luck to those guys. Hopefully they can have a better run next week.
yeah, that's and then we were just saying that earlier. Anything can happen in racing, but especially on dirt, right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely throws the cat amongst the pigeons.
100%, most definitely. A great drive again from you again tonight, Mr. Blaine. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my sponsors, B&B Retaining Walls, Helmart, Helmet Design, CD Cinematography, my own 27 custom graphics, and all my awesome customers, and all the boys in Discord that make racing on here fun.
Awesome. And I gather we'll see you back next week, gearing up for the pointy end of the season. Have you got any predictions? Have you got any... are you nervous about any of the tracks coming up, or are you just kind of a bit, you know?
I'm out of the championship. Unfortunately, I've missed too many rounds through work commitments, but I know Miller's looking good, and Sean had some bad luck tonight, but I'm not sure who's going to be on top once the drop round happens. Is going to mix it up a bit, but it's kind of hard to say at the moment. But I think Miller's definitely the car to beat. He's just got raw speed and seems to be able to keep himself out of trouble at these sorts of races.
Yeah, he does. So he's great on the restart, and I think that's how he can stay out of trouble, to be honest. Might have to see if he wants to give me a little bit of coaching in the dirt cars.
Yeah, mate, just hook a ratchet strap up to his Nerf bar and get him to tow you around.
Yeah, mate, sweet ass. Sounds good. That's good. And that said, I'll bring Braden Miller into the chat also. Mr. Braden Miller, what a great race from you again tonight, mate. Absolutely awesome, bro. Great, fantastic, fast restarts again.
Yeah, it's all about them restarts, eh? It's that's I guess what it all comes down to, isn't it?
Yeah, you can just stay out of the trouble, be quick and stay out of trouble, right?
Yeah, that's it, mate. You know, just make everyone else try and chase you down. That's it.
Yeah, I was just saying to the boys, anything can happen on dirt. So one of your biggest rivals out there, Sean's had just seemed to clip a bit of gutter. He had a bit of early damage, and he was just nursing it the whole way through. So no wonder you get a bit of a jump on him in the restart. But it seems...
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him there. I kind of stuffed up my first lap. He got the run, and Blaine had a wicked start. And once I knew that Blaine was already in second, I was like, I'll just hang out in third, just sort of wait for the truck to come to me for a bit. But yeah, then they just ended up crashing out, and I just took the lead from that. So just got lucky, I guess.
Awesome work, mate. Awesome work. Are you looking forward to any tracks coming up? Is there any ones that you're nervous about, or at the pointy end of the season?
The only one I was really nervous about was Kokomo last week. So everything else I'm pretty happy with. I think we're at Lanier next week, which is also a oval track. That's really fun. I haven't raced there with a fixed setup in quite a while, but that track always puts on really good racing. And I think Knoxville's the last one, which, yeah, I wouldn't say it's my favourite track, but I wouldn't say I'm bad at it either. So, yeah, well, I'm relatively confident.
Nice. So we'll expect some pace from you in the next 2 weeks as well. So that'll
I'd
be
expect
awesome.
nothing less from myself either, mate.
Nice one. Who would you like to thank tonight, man?
Yeah, you guys for putting it on. You know, I always go back and watch them. It's fun going back and seeing how you go. Brett, you know, putting on the race. All the SRW guys as well for putting it all on. You know, it's their league. Yeah, the boys in Discord, we're all, you know, just chilling out, having a good time. Hobbs, Trench and Boring, Pete and Brent. Clayton CD Syntography, Blaine at 27 Designs, Alex at ABR Setup Shop, and a new one. I really want to give a shout out. That's like a new, I don't even know what you'd call it at the moment, but I guess it's a new sort of thing that's just coming up. It's called Beat the Dark, and basically what it is, it's kind of raising awareness for mental health, and I really like what they're doing. The guys behind the scenes there, I really do stand by what they're doing, and yeah, I just wanted to give them a bit of a shout out.
Have they got a website people can, or
I'm not sure Yeah, I'm not sure they've got anything like that going up just yet. I think they've just started up a Discord, but yeah, I'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Big supporters of mental health, guys, and mental health awareness as well. Out there in the community, and we need to kind of stick together, don't we?
Yeah, 100%.
It's okay not to be okay. As just to coin the phrases, are you okay is coming up in the next couple of days, isn't it? Next week?
Yeah,
next couple of weeks? Anyway.
I don't know what day it is, to be honest.
Definitely in September, I remember that.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, too easy. Thanks, guys. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you again next week.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Awesome. What a race, mate. That was awesome. I actually quite like Charlotte. I might do a bit more practice around here.
Yeah, it's a good little track. It's as the guys were saying, you got good multi-groove racing. So yeah, it's always puts it on. It's quite nice in the big block 350A modifieds, which are obviously bigger bit cars, because you can lean on each other a bit more into the corners and have a bit more argy-bargy without the
they're less kind of ricochet.
Yeah,
if that's even a word.
Yes, big saloons sort of things. So they're good fun around here. I haven't personally driven the sprint cars in a race format yet around here, but this track's good fun.
Yeah, so awesome. And Knoxville is the next two tracks some of your favourites, Stefan, or is it just
Linear's a pretty good track. It's known on iRacing as Slide Job Central.
Oh, really?
It's a very short track.
Cool.
It's very similar to Limaland in terms of its total distance, but it's essentially just oval the whole time.
Oh, really? So there's not even really any straightening up.
Yeah, it's got really good banking. So if you put a slide job in, you can get the traction off as well, and also for those that go high, you can cut down quite easily. So it's got good multi-groove racing. Yeah, that's going to be good fun, especially with, if we have our 20-odd cars that we get in every week so far, it's going to be good fun. Knoxville, for those that watch SRW, would have seen it with the trucks. That's where the trucks ran on dirt last week. So again, it's a good track for sort of the bigger cars. I haven't driven it in a 360 sprint car yet, so that could be quite interesting. It's a track that you want to be close to the wall because it's pretty flat. There's not a lot of banking. So
I get close to the wall and all I hear is carnage. I was looking forward to this.
Yeah, pretty much. There's not a lot of banking. There's a little tiny bit right by the wall, which can give you a bit more speed on that outer line. But for the most part, you want to be running the inside line at Knoxville, and there's a little bump about 2 meters off the apex that you sort of want to be wide of that, but not so wide that you're up near the fence, and that's sort of your line through 1 and 2 there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting for obviously there's a big range, wide vary of driver experience in this field. So the quicker guys will probably know that, but we might see a bit more carnage with the guys that are still learning this car, and obviously new tracks and stuff. They might go over that bump a few times and might see a few sprint cars fly.
Ooh, a couple of more front flips that we saw this week.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. Oh, that's awesome. So we've got a couple more comments in the chat there as well. Just all the boys having a chat. Sean Stevens, Pete Hobbs saying a good win to Miller. So thanks everybody for making the chat tonight nice and lively. And that said, I think we'll just wrap it up for tonight. Thank you very much to DSL Welding Services for all your support for the round sponsor and the series sponsorship. Also to Pagnian Advanced Simulations for the stream for the stream sponsor, and also our safety car and promo department, and also race control and all the boys behind the scenes and SRW TV for all your hard work and all your support out there. And also to all of you guys out there watching, please hit the notification bell. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube yet, please jump on and have a look at that. If you are an iRacing fan or you're an iRacer, jump on our website, simracingworld.com.au. Jump on there. And you can jump in and enter some of these races as well for season 4. That will be being announced very, very soon. There's some really exciting tracks and some really cool stuff coming at you from SRW for season 4. I can't believe we're at season 4 already, Stefan.
Yeah, it's getting there. Those sort of registrations are coming out in the coming weeks. So keep an eye on for that, guys, as well. If you want to get in for season 4, registration's open shortly, so get in quick to get your position.
It has, cool. And that's it. Much love, guys. Keep safe. Wrapping up from myself, Chef Toddy, and Stefan Milk Carton McCartan.
See you later, guys.